6 years ago, Max Park got the world record average with a 22.26. He stole this record from one Sebastian Weyer. Some of you may recognize that name. He was one of the few people who could give Felix a run for his money back in the day. He was, and still is, the greatest of all time for 4x4. But once Max took the record in 2018, he never let anyone else get it. He dominated the world record stage since, winning worlds in 2019. Before this weekend, he had the top 26 results for 4x4 average, and his hard work culminated in a sub-20 world record. He was faster than second place by an entire second. As with the WR holders of the past, I think we all expected Sebastian to leave the WR conversation, much like Kevin Hayes. Still one of the best, still a top player, but definitely not as dominant as he was in the past. But then, he just didn't. He stayed in second place. He refused to become washed. Since Worlds 2019, he's only lost 4x4 at 3 competitions. Winning 65 out of 68 competitions is an insane level of regional dominance, and it goes to show the level of consistent practice he's been putting into this event at home. His goal was simple. He wanted to reclaim WR, and last weekend, he got closer than anyone else has in years. He got 2 averages sub-previous ER at the same competition, one of which was a 19.90 second average. An absolutely ridiculous accomplishment that nobody expected, but one which we should have all seen coming. In this average, he got a 17-second solve, which is just a ridiculous thing to get, especially with some honestly pretty average luck. I'm going to reconstruct it now. So this is Sebastian Weyer's 17.63 reconstruction, and he's going to notice this very nice white bar over here, and of course there are also this bars and this bar, but he doesn't actually go with those. So he's first going to set up these 2 pieces, so this piece and this piece, as well as this piece and this piece. He's going to set up these 2 pieces like so an R prime to set this up. And now, in order to insert this into the top, we're going to have to do a U prime R prime, right? So using both of those moves, we can also insert these 2 pieces by setting them up like this. Now, as you may notice, the U prime will actually join these 2 Y center pieces together while joining these together, and the R prime will both bring this yellow center bar into the top, as well as bring this white center bar to the bottom. And that actually saves a lot of time, moves, efficiency, all that. So it's very efficient from Sebastian Weyer. He's then going to rotate and then insert this center into the top like so. Now he's going to do a rotation, and he's first going to notice these 2 pieces. So he's just going to insert it like that. Now for these 2 pieces, he's going to do an L2 and then U to set these up as a 1 mover. And then finally, he's going to insert these 2 pieces into the cross by first joining them like so, and then inserting them like that. And now we are done with our first 3 edges. Now, while inserting this last edge, he's going to notice this really nice blue center, this green bar, this red center. Just looking ahead to the next thing, he's going to notice these 3 orange centers and this orange centerpiece in the top, and then insert it. While inserting it, remember that blue centerpiece that we talked about just a few seconds ago? He's actually going to insert this blue centerpiece, join these 2 together, while inserting this orange bar into the bottom, like this. And he's going to not do an R, he's actually going to do a slice move, which gives us better visibility, and also lets us effortlessly transition into bringing this blue bar on top. Because blue, orange, green, red, blue comes before orange, so the blue center does have to be here, so that's very nice. And we have a very nice last 2 center cases, because we just have 2 double bars, really easy, and yeah. So now this cross piece is kind of in a bad position, so he's going to do a U prime to get this cross piece out of the cross before sort of rotating. So he's first going to sort of do a slice move. So he's going to do a U prime, R, U, R prime, U, and that solves this edge in the back. And notice that he solved it in the back. That's actually really good for look ahead because he can actually very much look ahead to first 3 edges while doing so. So he's just going to do DR D2, and that allows him perfect transition into 3-2-3. So he's first going to notice this edge, this orange and yellow edge, and he's going to pair it with this orange and yellow edge here. So he's just going to insert this like so. He notices this and this, so he's going to do a Y prime again, and then insert this into here. And while inserting this, he's going to notice that these two match. So that means that he has to insert it into here like that. Then he's going to do a D like that, because if he did a U, that would mean that he would have to do a rotation in order to do the rest of his 3-2-3. Then he's going to insert this edge into here. By inserting this edge, he pairs up these two edge pieces, and he can just do a simple U prime to solve this edge piece. Before doing that, he's going to keep track of this edge piece and look for its corresponding edge, which is of course here. So he's just going to insert that like so. And then he's going to look for this piece, which is over here. So he's going to do a U, F prime in order to get it correctly oriented. And then he's going to look for this piece, which is over here, and just insert it like so. And here I would have done, or the more optimal solution would have been to do a U2 like that. But I mean, this isn't that bad either. And then he's just going to solve the entirety of the edges. And from there, it's actually just going to be normal 3x3 stage. And finally, something to note with this reconstruction is that this is actually very advanced 4x4 solving. Probably the most advanced of anybody. You might think, oh, sure, but Max has the world record. But the thing is, Max doesn't main 4x4. He has the world record because of his proficiency with look ahead, with all those other skills that come from other events. But Sebastian mains 4x4, and he's optimized it to the highest extent. Something to note is that Sebastian got 4 out of 10 parries in this average, but Max got 3 out of 10 parries in his WR average. So was this difference in parries the reason that Sebastian's 19.90 wasn't a WR? Probably not. Sebastian would have had to be at least 1.58 seconds faster on one of his counting solves to get WR, and his parry execution is faster than that, right? If we frame count the Olo parry on his first solve, we get around 2 seconds. Without parity, I think it's reasonable to assume that his first solve would have been that much faster and would have given him a 19.26 WR average. Now, does this mean anything? I'll let you be the judge of that. But I think this more than demonstrates the fact that Sebastian Weyer is easily on the same level as Max Park. And as we close in on European Championships 2024, I think we should keep that in mind, because it's only a matter of time before the greatest of all time strikes back.